Hey there, girly. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in, and I am super glad to have you here because in this video, we are going to talk about all my best tips and tricks for a smooth lash refill process every single time. If you are a lash artist, you know by now that performing a refill can sometimes feel a little bit more difficult than performing a new set of lash extensions. So in this tutorial, I'm gonna kind of just, share with you how your client should be coming in for their refill, how you can make sure that the refill process goes smoothly each time, and also we are going to tell you if maybe you should be charging for a full set instead of a fill and how to gauge that level of accuracy, okay? So, make sure to hit that like, follow, and subscribe button. That way you can get notifications on all my new videos because I have new tutorials uploaded for y'all every Wednesday and Friday, okay? So, let's just get into some of my best tips and tricks for doing a refill on a client. So, first of all, whenever a client comes in for a refill, you want to make sure that their lashes are clean. That is main thing, okay? Make sure that your client's lashes are clean. If the lash extensions are not clean, then you may need to be adding on a lash bath of some kind. Now, whenever my clients come in, I do give them a lash bath for a new set, and I also do give them a lash bath for a refill. The only service I don't provide a lash bath with is a touch-up, and my clients know that they need to come in with clean lashes in order to get a touch-up since it is only a 30-minute service, okay? So, but that is step number one, okay? Make sure that your client is coming in with clean lash extensions. If your client is not coming in with clean lash extensions and you're having to do double lash baths or things of that nature, then we need to have a serious talk with our client and let our client know that that's not healthy for her or her natural lashes, and it also doesn't look good for you. Remember, this is your work. So a client represents you, her lashes represent you. You want to make sure that your clients are having nice, clean lashes, okay? No one wants to have dirty lashes. No one wants to be known as that lash artist who services like dirty lashes, okay? And we've all been there. So make sure that your client's lashes are clean. That is, of course, the first part. Now, the second tip is make sure that your client is coming in with the correct amount of lashes for a fill, okay? If you can count the amount of lash extensions your client has on either eye or it just looks really skimpy, then it's a full set, okay? And you need to tell your client that it's going to be a full set price or you may not even have, what happens if you don't have time to do a full set, okay? What you can do is you can go ahead and charge your fill price plus an additional fee on top of that since you're not giving a new set, you don't have to charge full set price since maybe you don't have enough time to fill your client in all the way. But if you have at least an hour 15, an hour and a half to fill her in, that still gives you a good amount of time to at least get something on your client, okay? So most of us know you can get something done within about 30 minutes. So imagine an hour and a half, you can almost get a full set in. Just make sure and engage it. But your client should be coming in with the correct amount of lash extensions per eye. If they're not coming in with the correct amount, then you need to make sure that you tell them like it is going to be your fill price plus an additional fee, or it's going to be that new service fee. If maybe you do have time to service your client, you have 2.5 hours to get her a full set in, then go ahead and service her. But make sure you get paid what you're worth. You don't want to be giving a client a refill pricing and you're giving her a new set of lash extensions, okay? So generally when a client comes in for a refill, they should have clean lashes. They should have the correct amount of lash extensions left. That way a refill shouldn't have to feel like so much work. So if a fill is feeling like too much work, then you should definitely be charging a new set, okay? So yeah. Alrighty, next tip. When it comes to performing a fill, as you can see right now, I have both of my clients' eyes taped up in different sections and I'm lashing that bottom lash layer, okay? Because when you're performing a fill, you do want the refill to look like the initial service that your client got the first time, okay? Your client shouldn't be experiencing different sets each time with you because you're not consistent with your work, okay? So make sure that you are consistently getting your client's fill to look like her original new set. The only time your client's look should change is whenever your client requests a change in her look, okay? Your client shouldn't be feeling like every time she gets a refill or every time she gets a new set, it doesn't look like the last set, okay? So make sure that you stay consistent. Make sure that you so I have a booking app that allows me to save client notes. That way I can give them that same look every single time. If you don't have any of that on your booking, then go ahead and either keep a notebook on you or make index cards of your client, of each client that you have, especially if they're a returning client. Okay, this is one way you build trust with your client, and you also have loyalty towards your client whenever you know what their lash mapping is every single time, to where the point where you can say, okay, are we doing the same thing? Do you want to change anything up? Want to change links, curl, anything like that? And if your client's like, well, I don't know, what are we doing? You should be able to say, oh, we're doing 11 through 13 millimeter on you in CC curl, and we have sizes 13 through 15 on your spikes, okay? You should know everything about your client. That way, whenever they're coming in for a fill, it's a lot easier to get them serviced. You already know the curl, you know. So yeah, just taking notes on things like that is going to help you with your clients and help you with your business as well too, okay? So yes, another tip when it comes to refill process, make sure that you are lashing both eyes at the same time. Of course, whatever you do to one side, you want to do to the other side, okay? So it helps you save time while still getting a full look. You can fill in your client as needed. I'm not sure how your schedule is, but sometimes I'm working back to back. So if I tape and work in sections and get the bottom layer first, sometimes if I'm not able to get that top layer of the lashes, then it's completely fine because I have the bottom layer covered. So it at least is giving fullness. It's giving coverage, okay? So work in sections with your lash tape. Working in sections while doing a refill is really going to help you out every single time, okay? So yes, another lash tip is make sure towards the end of your service, you always make sure that your client is good. If she has her next appointment already booked with you, okay, ready to go, that way she's for sure coming in every couple of weeks. That's going to help keep the refill process a lot smoother as well. If your client is waiting past 2 to 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks out before she's coming to see you, then she can expect a full set every single time. The problem you may run into is that your clients are going to say, oh, well, I didn't know, or I just booked for a fill, can you just do a fill? But in reality, they do know that they don't have enough lash extensions left, so they're going to try to play with you a little bit, okay? So it's the perk of being a business owner. You have to understand clients as well, okay? There may genuinely be some clients who don't know because they don't know, but most of the time they know, okay? So this was just a short tutorial for y'all on my favorite lash tips and tricks for a client refill. So if you have any questions about anything, make sure and drop them below, and I will do a second part into what you need to have a smooth refill every single time. But if you have any questions, just drop them below, and I will see you on the next tutorial, okay? Okay, love you, bye.